This episode of Any Good Thing proudly underwritten by Bashwinger Insurance Agency, located in downtown Amsterdam, New York.
Welcome to the 16th episode of Any Good Thing, sponsored by Bashwinger Insurance Agency, Amsterdam, New York. In our previous episode, Derek and Brittany agreed to be friends only. Charity took on a big project while learning to be the new station manager. Caroline took her adulterous husband, John, back. And Charity's birth mother, Marisol, invited herself and her husband up for the weekend. It is 12:30 on a Friday now, and we see Derek sitting in a cafe waiting for Charity to meet him. He pulls his worn-out Bible from his bag and reads.
Let's see. Yes. Enjoy life with the wife whom you love, all the days of your vain life which he has given you under the sun, because this is your portion in life, and in your toil, at which you toil under the sun. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. For there is no work or thought or knowledge or wisdom in Sheol, to which you are going.
Hey, stranger. You reading that out loud?
I guess so.
You aren't worried about the possible reaction?
Don't know what you're after. Hi, Charity.
Hi. You were having me on there, weren't you?
No.
Something to eat?
They go up to the counter and order, then return to their table.
So what were you reading?
I'm reading in Ecclesiastes, and the verses I read were chapter 9, verses 9 and 10, about being happy in life.
In toil?
Yes, that's it. I know you read.
I don't read much anymore, just enough to keep up with you. So what's new with you?
Be specific.
Oh, how about your dating life, your home, your family?
Dating life. Non-existent.
No Brittany?
Just friends.
Oh, family?
Fine. Nothing new. Oh yeah, Caroline took John back after his adulterous near affair.
Why?
She must love him.
Not enough of a reason. If a man cheats once...
What statistics are you citing, Miss Reporter?
Just human nature for most humans. Maybe women are the same, I don't know. All I know is if my mate cheats once, that's it for him.
This convenient attitude of yours is no doubt a reaction to Bill, right? When does he get out?
I don't want to talk about him, thanks. You have no right bringing him up, Derek.
Sorry.
How is your state of mind, particularly your diseases?
You mean illnesses?
Whatever.
My mania is starting to ease. My depression has resumed.
You still have migraines?
Yes, periodical.
Derek, I just thought of something. Did I tell you I'm doing a special on mental illness? Would you consider doing an interview with me for my show?
I don't know.
It would be short, and I could keep you anonymous.
It's not that. It's just that I don't like my voice.
Well, who does? Come on, please.
All right. Where?
My office studio. I'll take you now.
Let me just finish this.
Okay. Yes, Mother.
Hola, Mia. How are you, dearest?
Dearest, Marisol, is this you?
Of course it is, sweetheart. Can I say how much you mean?
Mother, I already know the reason for this call, so stop with the treacle.
Benjamin is here, and we would like to confirm the time of our arrival.
Hi, Charity. We will be arriving at 6 p.m. Is that okay?
Sure. How have you been lately?
Good. Can't complain.
Our 24-unit project has been approved as of yesterday, and we feel like celebrating.
Come up then. We'll tour some churches and eat wine and cheese.
Charity!
That sounds grand, Charity. So we will see you tonight. We'll bring the wine.
Okay, bye. My mom and stepdad. Pains in the...
Gave me time to finish my sandwich.
You didn't have to wolf it down, honestly.
They exit the cafe and both climb into Charity's car. When they are almost to the radio station, Derek gets a call.
Hi, Derek.
Hi, Brittany. How are you?
Fine. You busy?
A little. I'm going to do an interview.
A job interview?
No, a radio interview for Charity.
Oh, okay. How long will that take? When you're done, call me, okay?
Do you need to see me?
Yes.
How about later at the park? About 2?
That's fine, but bring an umbrella. It might rain.
Fine. Meet you there, rain or shine.
Okay. Bye.
Is she pushy?
No, just needy.
Is that a temptation to you?
Charity, the only temptations to me are women I can't have. We are just friends.
Okay, just asking. We're here.
They enter the building.
Hi, Janet. This is Derek.
Hi, Derek. I've heard so much about you.
And not all good, I'm sure.
And Derek is...
My subject and my friend.
I see. Pardon me, Derek. For the mental illness segment, is it wise to utilize the story of someone you are intimately connected with?
I'm using his story and his witness regarding his illness, not our personal connection. Besides which, he's the real deal.
Okay, but don't stick to the basics. Think outside the box. Nice to finally meet you, Derek.
Same here.
Follow me.
At home in Troy, Miriam and Caroline open the door for John, Caroline's husband. He kisses his wife as he enters.
I'm certain of this. Are you?
Not really, but I'm hopeful.
Here, sit. You both have come to this decision with heavy hearts, knowing what went on before. But now the times are different. You both are different. So hope is in order, and faithfulness and praise. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Mom. I guess my skepticism remains because...
He's making it better, hon.
I'm making it better and hold myself to the highest standard.
Not higher than mine.
I've been preparing myself for this reaction, and I understand it, but still...
This is a much bigger step than I thought when I made it. Much bigger than being divorced.
Do you think so? Divorce is a cessation, mostly permanent. Reconciliation is just as permanent. That is, as permanent as the two parties can make it. But in actuality, you know if he cheats again, you can toss him away like a used newspaper and live free like you really want to.
Like I really want?
Face it, you've been trying to ditch me since high school.
Yeah, right.
As I recall, it took her 8 years to say yes, right?
I said yes years before that.
Caroline, I thought as much.
I can vouch for that. I was there.
Now, John, you have your stuff?
Yes, I rented a small trailer.
No. You come in with what you left with, nothing more.
We'll work it out, John. Go get your stuff. Remember, no regrets.
I regret it already.
Sit here. Have you been interviewed before?
When I was in 6th grade, a news crew came to school interviewing the students and teachers.
What was the subject?
I don't remember now.
It's okay. Now keep a hand-width distance from the microphone, head up, and talk as slow as you need.
How about talk fast as I need?
Derek.
How's this?
Speak naturally. This is your story, okay?
Okay.
If you don't feel like answering anything, don't. It's your prerogative.
Okay.
For purposes of context, please state your age and place of residence.
40, City of Amsterdam.
How long have you lived in Amsterdam?
All my life.
How long have you suffered with mental illness?
About 20 years.
20? I'm sorry, Derek. I didn't know.
I never told you. My bad.
Can you tell me what illness you suffer from?
Mostly bipolar, but after my accident, I added an irritable mood disorder and paranoia.
Tell me about your accident.
I was working as a carpenter, and one day the foreman and I tried to set the ridge beam. The ridge beam is the main structural piece sitting in the middle of the roof.
Yes?
Well, I had the beam on my shoulder going up the ladder, and I slipped off the rung, and down we went, weight down on my neck and head.
How long were you in the hospital?
Is this pertinent?
Yes. Again, answer just what you want. Let me ask it in a different way. How long did it take you before you could function again on a somewhat normal level?
It took me a month until I could talk normally, at least 2 months before I could walk well. I drove again after 6 months.
How do you feel in your current state?
I sometimes can't control my temper. That's the main manifestation. With my bipolar, it's living with the mood cycles, and I'm not sure I can explain it. The vagaries of life, the uncertainties of your own existence.
Isn't treatment a certainty, or the caring of others?
Yes, on the surface, and it is good when I see it, but I don't always see it while it's happening.
Do you mean you don't always appreciate it?
Yes.
Tell me about your treatment. Where do you get your care?
St. Mary's, outpatient, mostly.
How long have you been seen there?
From the beginning, 20 years. I was first diagnosed by Dr. Porter for my bipolar. Then 3 years ago, I started going to Dr. Lowry. He's a psychiatrist. Both doctors have helped me a great deal in terms of, first, recognizing the cause of my pain and teaching me ways to be better.
So, is it all about that getting better?
Yes, primarily.
So you have been seen during your illness from one provider in the city, right?
Mostly.
Have you benefited from being seen this way?
I think so, but I wouldn't know any difference. But I have enjoyed some consistency, and that may have contributed to me being as advanced as I am.
How advanced are you?
Well, I have my problems, which are terrible to live with, but underlying that are moments of clarity, surrounded by hope and vision, that I learned through the trial and error of my treatment, and anchored by my faith, such as it is, which helps me every day. A lot of people I know are far worse off.
What goals do you need to achieve this year?
Well, I would like to get a better car so I can visit my mom and sister in Troy.
Do you have any personal or treatment goals?
Yes, I would like to get my anger more under control so I could appreciate people in their truth. And I'd like to achieve a balance between what the world and my mind want from me, and to be happy with my progress.
Thank you. Derek, thank you. That was very good. I always thought you were doing well. You hide very well. Maybe you should become an actor.
Thought about it. When will this be heard?
Tomorrow. Oh, I have so much work to do, but yes, tomorrow at 2 p.m. And Marisol and Benjamin are coming tonight for the weekend. Why don't you come over tomorrow? You can meet him and see Marisol again, and you can be my buffer, if you will.
I don't know. Family stuff.
Oh, come on, Hughes. You come from family, so you know.
All right. Time?
High noon. Come prepared.
See you then.
Derek, by the way, is your friend Brittany still addicted?
Yes. Did I mention that to you?
Offhandedly. Do you think she would be willing to do an interview with me for another segment?
I don't know. She's a little private. I'll ask.
Please, let me know ASAP.
Okay. Bye.
Derek walks out, and as Charity sits down to begin editing the interview, Janet comes by.
Did you get what you wanted?
Yes, he did fine.
I mean, with your relationship.
That's personal.
Nothing is out of bounds with me. You should know that.
Derek suffers, and I think as time went on, I was attracted to his possibilities. But his talents were not enough to sway me when they started to fail. And I'm fickle and selfish, and I just couldn't affect the outcome. So that's all for me.
Is that all?
I'm afraid yes.
Well, just don't turn to the bottle like so many lonely women do.
That's crude and oversimplifying.
Well, nevertheless, when someone cares for you so much so that they do something so clearly uncomfortable, well, there must be caring somewhere in them. Maybe he still harbors love for you.
Perhaps, but what does that matter? I'm going to be the station manager soon, and I won't have time anyway.
Charity, make time. It's important. And let me know when you're done. I'd like to review it first.
No problem. I'll have it done today.
Charity sits down, dons her headphones, and begins editing her interviews, while Derek takes the long way to the park.
God, I know you can hear me. I am not sure what's happening between me and Charity, except we are finding an equilibrium of sorts. And this thing we are becoming maybe isn't what I want or need. What do you think? I tried to stay true to your ideals, but maybe I should have compromised a little for the sake of the relationship.
He wanders into the park, listening to the sound of the wild birds gathering at the foot of the trees.
I don't know the answer to that question. If you wanted me to know, you would have told me. Whatever. I'm still going to talk to you this way. Let him laugh.
He comes into the park and sees Brittany sitting on a bench.
Hi, how are you?
She jumps up and hugs him.
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks. What's up?
Do I need an excuse to talk to you?
No, I guess not.
Were you with Charity this morning when I called?
Yes. How'd you know?
I guessed. You always seem to see her for lunch. Plus, your voice gets stressed when you're with her and I call. You don't have to, you know. She's no threat to me.
I don't think that way.
Okay. How'd your interview go?
Fine.
Fine. Anything more?
Well, it was only the second one I've ever done. I basically told her that
What?
I'm ill and being treated at St. Mary's.
For what?
I'd rather not. Not right now.
Derek, look at me. I won't think badly if you tell me. Don't you think it took guts for me to tell you about my addiction? So have some guts. I'm not telling anybody.
Okay. I started off with... I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you to see me as less.
I would never do that. I told you mine because I trust you. Now you did the same for me.
I guess that's okay. Brittany?
What?
Now that we are talking about trust, I may have done something you might not like.
Tell me.
After my interview with Charity, she told me that the next segment in her series was about drug addiction.
Derek.
And I kind of mentioned I knew someone?
Me, huh? What were you thinking? What I told you because I trusted you. And you tell somebody from the media? What about my privacy? What did you think of that? This stuff was between you and me. I can't believe this.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
You think?
Sorry.
You are?
I'll call Charity and tell her.
No, I'll tell her. What's her number?
I can't give you her number.
You can tell her my secret and keep your secret? Come on, Derek.
Her desk number is 555-7621.
Does she ever pick?
Downtown Radio.
Hi, Charity. You don't know me, but my name is Brittany Cleary. I'm Derek's new friend.
Oh, hi, Brittany. How may I help you?
Derek mentioned me today to you, and I wanted to tell you that, yes, I am an addict, and I told that to him in confidence.
Sometimes Derek talks out of school.
What?
He sometimes say things he shouldn't. He was trying to help me with my Amsterdam series, but he shouldn't have done that. He thought you might be interested in talking about your experiences. I mean, with treatment here.
I don't know about that.
Well, think about it. If you change your mind, you know where to reach me.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Brittany. Nice to meet you. Tell Derek to knock it off.
I will. She said knock it off. She sounds nice. No nonsense.
She is. Sorry, I won't do it again.
She elbows him.
Better not. Do you think it'll be all right if I talk to Charity about my addiction?
I'm sure it's okay, but I don't know if it's right for you. What do you hope to gain?
Freedom. Do you know how people feel about people like me? They treat me like I'm a failure. Telling the truth should set me free, shouldn't it?
It can, but believing in yourself is the freedom you need, not just a talk on the radio.
That's part of it.
Only you know what you need. I'll support you.
She grabs and squeezes his hand and kisses him on the cheek.
Forgiven. Walk me home. I'm a little tired.
Fine.
Why do you always say that?
Back in Troy, John finishes moving back in, and Caroline sends him to the corner store.
You sure that's all?
Yes, just what's on the list.
Okay.
Well, that's done. How do you feel?
Weak, afraid.
How so?
Like maybe fear had more to do with my decision than common sense.
I didn't get the impression you had it completely settled in your mind.
Then why didn't you stop me?
I learned a long time ago that you had to make up your own mind in order to live with yourself.
What if I can't now?
Sweetheart, one thing I know is that you'll always find your way. Understand? You, yes. Your brother, not so much.
Is he supposed to call today?
Leave him be. He'll call when he does. Pay attention to what's in front of you. And just try loving John. Square it away before he gets back.
Yes, Mom.
Derek prepares to leave Brittany at her apartment.
Come in.
Not today. I have to meet someone.
Charity.
No, someone else.
Will you come in someday?
Tomorrow.
Okay. Thanks, Derek.
Derek leaves her and walks down the hill past the falls to St. Joseph's Church. He enters the building and makes his way to the priest's office.
Hi, Derek. How are you?
Good, Deacon.
What brings you here on such a fine day?
I have a question about the nature of evil.
Are you experiencing evil in your life?
Not just my life, all life. Particularly Isaiah chapter 45. I form light and create darkness. I make weal and create woe.
Yes, Derek. First, what is the writer saying but that God may use the world's structure to accomplish his goals, his tools of his own creation, to teach us about his plan?
That's precisely the point. Tools of his own creation. That implies the creation of evil by God, right?
Not necessarily. I believe that the existence of all evil is a great mystery, and that evil is the absence of good. Now, God is perfect, pure, and would never harm his creations, but created the universe with love in its DNA. If anything, he's created the world with the creative and destructive elements of nature to exist side by side.
What about moral evil? It seems that people are always succeeding at harming their fellow citizens without suffering for it. Why does God allow that?
Don't be fooled. God is not mocked. What we sow, we will also reap, the Bible says. We are never able to escape the grasp of God, good or bad. God is able to use both sides to his or our advantage and honors our free will.
But did God create evil?
Not evil, just the creation with possibilities. The rest is pure speculation.
People suffer all the time. I suffer, my friends suffer.
I suffer. Poets, priests, and kings and countless millions suffer. We are enjoined to alleviate that suffering where we can daily. Which leads me to the question, what do you do in your little corner of the world?
Plenty, using just me.
Good, keep that up. I know you are seeking, Derek. Keep seeking. God will show you his plan.
I've been hearing that all my days, and I sometimes feel so far away.
Don't we all? Life's journey is a mystery, the plan of salvation, our roles here. But where we don't see the results, tenacity is required. Where we don't see the plan, action. Don't deny the process. We will continue this conversation another day.
Yes, Deacon.
Let's pray, Derek.
Derek walks out into the late afternoon sun, past the falls, through the park on his way home. Thank you for listening to this episode. Please tune in again. The players for this episode include John Salerno as Derek Hughes, Jessica O'Connell as Charity Rodriguez, Cheryl Charbonneau as Miriam Hughes, Belinda Vare as Janet Morgan, Paula Hoffe as Caroline Peterson, Kyle Jenks as John Peterson, Katrina Wilkinson as Brittany Cleary, Kathy Ozick as Marisol Pollock, Tom Foster as Benjamin Pollock, Tobin Cash as Deacon Wallens, and Homer Charbonneau as the narrator. Special music by John Mastromoro.